do, baby? Y'all give me a second here. Put my damn shirt on. We got the naked bruh in the house. Today's lab, configuring and applying extended numbered ACLs. This is pretty much the same topic as yesterday, except we're just doing another topology. And Paul Browning throws just a little curveball at us on this one. In case you're tuned in for the first time, hope you can hear me. This is the lab guide we use typically. It is called 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4. You can get a copy of this from 101labs.net. There's also a link in the description box below. And that is an affiliate link, so I do get commission if you use that. Y'all know what it is. It's a live stream, the NetworkBruh live stream, also known as the LiveLabs. We're on episode number 63. Got my bros queued up right there. The lab today is, what page is that? Was that yesterday's topology? I think this was yesterday's topology. What am I doing here? Let me see. Y'all know I've been getting confused because he has restricting inbound telnet. Lab 93. Did we do this one? Let me see. Source and destination. I've been getting confused because these labs been looking the same lately. Because technically it is the same topology, but yeah, I think this one is. Have you configured your telnet correctly? Yes. So this is lab. Lab number 93, page number 406. If you got the book, again, you can get a copy of this from 101labs.net or in this link in the description box below. Give it some time for some people to tune in. Y'all know some people just be walking a couple minutes late. We got Dave W in the building. Shout out to Dave. Appreciate you for tuning in. Joseph B in the house. Appreciate you for tuning in. Good to see you, man. I know that that title don't say round 2. It sure enough does, man. And we did ACLs yesterday. We had, if you have GNS3 or even G or whatever, go ahead and drag and drop 2 routers just like this. We gonna name it router 1 and router 3 for some reason. Joseph, the last 3 videos we did were ACLs, back to back. And yeah, so he's been drilling us with ACLs in this book, and that's why that's how I learn things, is by doing things repetitively. So give me a second here. There it is right there. Shit. I was looking for my water bottle. Y'all excuse me. We got Lee McMillan in the house. Good to see you, man. Yeah, go ahead and drag and drop 2 routers just like that. Put a serial cable in between just like that. I already got my guys powered up. No, I don't. I got the terminal server powered up. But I don't have router 1 and router 3 powered up. You going to power these bad boys up? Y'all know I'm using hardware. I'm not, I mean, I like Even G and GNS3. I like those. But I've had this hardware for a while, and I just want to be able to use it, you know? Plus, I'm old school like that, you know? I like seeing blinking lights, etc. Y'all know what it is. Let me get router 1 powered up. What applications you guys using? Are you using Even G or GNS3 for this lab? Y'all know I want to keep this interactive here. Excuse me for the water in my mouth with router 3. He's powering up right now. Come on, router 3. Come on, fam. Come on, man. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the terminal server. We don't need that. If you're just tuning in, again, this is the lab guide we use, or if this is the first time you watch this channel, y'all know we always use this book right here, 101 Lab Cisco CCNA version 4. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but you can get a copy of this from 101labs.net, or there's a link in the description box below. It takes you to Amazon, and you know, get that book shipped to you Amazon Prime real quick. And y'all know I like these labs, these live labs. I want to keep them interactive. I don't want you guys just sitting around and just watching this video playing in the background while you're on Instagram or TikTok and stuff like that. You know, I want this to be interactive. When you guys are watching this, you're like, because I know there's one of y'all in here. That's just like, damn, I want to learn this stuff. And I know this dude will keep a fire, man, and he makes it real easy to understand and stuff like that. I know if I just power up Packet Tracer or something, you know, I'm going to learn it just like this dude, because he makes it easy to understand. All right, you know what, let me go ahead and turn off this stuff and focus, man. So I'm giving you some time while my routers are booting up for you to load up your, you know, application or whatever, so that way you can get involved as well, man. Again, you're going to learn once you got it, you know, once you're doing this stuff hands-on along with us. So, y'all know I like to try to be motivational here and stuff like that. Like I said, I used to do that back in the day, just playing CBT Nuggets in the background while I'm, you know, cleaning the bathroom or something, hoping some of that information sticks. That was really ineffective. I don't know, but I just want you guys to be interactive here. So I got router 1 and router 3 powered up. Y'all know I usually wait till about 10 minutes into the stream to give it some people to tune in and stuff like that. But and I got to get my water in. Y'all know I do a gallon a day. I've been fasting. Trying to get right. You know what it is? Hot boy summer. All right, so I got router 1 powered up, router 3 powered up. I guess it's just gonna be y'all, just gonna be us tonight. So and the book. Okay, he said, yeah, about to hit eBay and Gov Deals. I never heard about that. Gov Deals. I gotta check that out up later this month for equipment. Yes, sir. Okay, Lee, that's what's up. That's what's up, Lee. But you don't be like me. You don't need equipment. Don't get that twisted. Y'all know I am a big proponent, just like Keith Barker. He likes equipment and stuff like that too. But you don't need this stuff because and then you gotta wait for the equipment to come in, and it uses up power. You gotta wait. Look how long it takes to boot up. You can use Even G, which is a lot. You know, it's free. Yes, you do have to get the images somehow, like using Cisco Viral or something like that. GNS3 is also a free application, but you can get those. You can get those images. Trust me. You just do a search online, you'll find those images, and that's all for free. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily have to buy equipment. I just do it just because I like it, and I like to be hands-on. I like to cable it up just like I do at work and stuff like that. So, you don't necessarily. That's some excuses some people have, like, I ain't got the money to, you know, to rack this stuff. You know what? There's free applications. You can use Packet Tracer, but like this lab, for example, let me see. What can we not do with this lab? You could definitely do ACLs with Packet Tracer, but I don't even think you could change the source interface on when you're pinging and stuff like that. Like, let's say you send a ping from router 1 to router 3, right? And then obviously the source is going to be that interface right there. But let's say you had a loopback, I don't know, loopback 10. and you use that as the source interface. I don't know. I don't think you can do that with Packet Tracer. Y'all let me know whoever's using Packet Tracer in there. But y'all know, like I said, if it's free, it's for me. I like doing things for free. But like I just said, like this equipment I had for a while, and then I started adding stuff, and I got them dumb cheap. You know, like I had 6 routers for like $40. Ain't nobody, you ain't gonna find that kind of deal. You know what I mean? They were older routers. They were running version 12, but I upgraded them to version 15. I used one of them as my terminal server. Bought me a little octo cable, which is like 8 cables. Plug them up to 8 devices. These switches, I got them they were pretty expensive, $40 each. So, but they were 3750s. They're version 2. It runs version 15 iOS. So again, you don't really need that equipment. But let me stop talking to y'all ear off and get started. So task number 1 is do the host names, right? Y'all know how to do that. That's router 1. That guy's router 2. I already have him as router 1. I already have him as router 3 right there, right? Not router 2, router 3. I misspoke there. But in case you don't know, and like I said, I'm not going to embarrass anybody who don't know how to do the simple things. I'm going to show you anyway, right? So obviously it's host name, and then router 1, press enter, and that's going to change it. But I already had it router 1. So he was, that's already done. That's task 1. Change the host name. Task number 2. Real similar to last lab, except they added some loopbacks and changed up what we need to do with the ACL. We are going to configure router 1 serial interface, which is a DCE, right? Data communications equipment, to provide a clock rate of 768 kilobytes to router 3. So we need to configure this interface right here. I already have it cabled up, right? I already have it cabled up physically, right? I put the cable from router 1 to router 3, so that's already done. You might have to do that on your simulator, or if you have hardware, make him do the clocking, have him provide the clocking to this guy at a rate of 768 kilobits per second, right? So y'all go ahead and do that. And if you don't know how to do it, just follow along, right? Router 1, so you go to the interface, just like we did in the last couple of streams. Your interfaces might be different. He said serial 00 in the book. My interfaces are serial 000. So again, your interfaces might be different. I say that a million times, whatever, but his address was 172.16.1.1. Subnet mask of /26, which is 255.255.192, right? Give him the clock rate of 768 kilobits per second. I think that's 768. Let me triple check that though, right? Because if you write the clock rate, you write it in bits, right? The book said to do it at 768 kilobits a second. That's slow as shit, because that's a serial cable, but for some reason he wants us to do that as the clock rate. Let me show y'all, whoever doesn't know anything about clocking and stuff like that, you have to convert, in this case, from bits to kilobits, right? 768 kilobits per second is how many bits, right? Because we need to put it in bits per second. That's all this router accepts, that entry in, right? So how many bits is that? It is 768 kilobits per second, 2 bits. Did I do that right? Yeah. Oh, did I type it right? Oh, I didn't put a space there. Duh. That is 768. That's how many bits it is. Right there. See what I'm saying? So, the last couple streams, I think I rounded it or whatever. I think I rounded it. It may or may not take that. It was not going to take that comma, for sure. Press enter. Not supported. That's probably why I did that too. So, what you got to do is pick the closest one, right? So, it was 786, 432. Well, guess what? It's going to be somewhere in between here. So, you got to do either that number or this number, right? You can't do in between because obviously it's not supported. So, let's go ahead and do the, let's round it off. Let's round it off. Clock rate, 800,000. Boom, right? Y'all let me know how your iOS performs. It might do it differently. So, we did the interface. We need to turn up that interface, right? Shut that bad boy, right? That turns it on, right? Because by default, routers out the box, swipe interface brief, they are admin down, right? So we did the IP address, but it's admin down. We need to turn it up, right? So turn it up for what? Interface serial 000, no shut. That turns him up. So now we need to do that interface right there, right? Y'all with me so far? Anybody got any questions or anybody lost? I'm sure y'all not. All you guys are smart. I know y'all know what's up, man. Y'all know what's up. So let's go to router 3. Do this interface right here. right? E17, 16, 172.16, 1.2/26. Go to global config mode, interface serial 000. You remember your interfaces might be different. 172.16.1.2/26, which is 192. I just did that, right? So no, shut that bad boy. You should turn him up. So do the IP addresses. That was task 2. We got 7 tasks today, so it's a pretty long one now. Configure a static default route on router 1 pointing to router 3. So we got to do a default route. Y'all know what that is, right? Static one, right? So any traffic that we got coming in, ingress to this router, and we don't know what the hell to do with it, right? Send it out of our static default route that we're going to create. And what interface we're going to do. Let's say we had another interface here, right? And we had traffic coming in, and we don't know what the hell to do with it. Go ahead and send it out this interface right here, right? And hope that the next router know what to do with it. So this is going to be our static default route. Y'all know how to do that, right? We'll go to router 1. He said from router 1 to router 3 pointing that way, right? So get out of this. It is IP route. It is all zeros, right? Quad 0, just like that. And the wildcard mask is also quad 0. What are we going to do? What? We can either choose the interface or the next hop. So we can choose the outgoing interface, so out of that way, or the next hop, which would be this IP address right there, right? I like to do the outgoing interface for some reason. I forgot why. There is a difference. I think it resolves better. I can't remember. It's faster if you send it out the interface. Does anybody know which one? There's not necessarily one is better, but the process of the way it looks up its routing table is different, whether you choose the outgoing interface or the next hop. So you can either, again, you can choose the outgoing interface of what to do with the traffic. You don't know what the hell to do with it, or you can choose the next hop IP address, right? Let's do the same thing with router 3. I think he says right after that. He says also configure static default route on router 3 pointing to router 1. So we got to do the same thing, but going the other way around. Again, that's bidirectional traffic, bidirectional routing. I know I said that a million times already. Last couple of streams and stuff. This is very similar to the last couple of streams, but like I said, that's how I drill this stuff in my head. So that's what I love about this book. Again, this is the book we use. Cisco CCNA version 4. 101labs.net you can get a copy from, or there's a link in the description box below. I obviously would rather you get the link get the book from the link in the description box below, out of serial 000, right? Because we're gonna send that traffic. If he don't know what the hell to do with traffic that came in this way, go ahead and send it out this interface. That's what I did with that, right? Y'all with me so far? Anybody any questions? Anybody lost, or has anybody figured out what is the difference between the outgoing interface and the next hop when it comes to static routing? Anybody? Y'all quiet tonight, boy. Tough crowd or something, boy. Y'all just paying attention this time, right? It's all good, though. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. All you guys, man. I appreciate. We reached the 4,000 subscribers today, man. That's what's up, man. Congrats to the network, bro. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, man. I really appreciate that, man. I think I'm going to do a giveaway maybe at the 5,000 mile mark. YouTube don't give a fuck if you do 4,000. They just like, okay, and, you know, maybe at 5,000 mark, but I'd rather wait till like 10,000 mark. That's how I know people are actually, you know, watching. I mean, y'all watching. Don't get me wrong, but that's when I notice. That's when you notice people are paying attention. Then you get, you know, you get different traction once you reach them kind of numbers. Like, holy shit, this dude is fire, man. Let me go ahead and subscribe. And he got all these people, you know. It's like group think. You know, once you see one person do it, it's like monkey see, monkey do, right? So that was task 3. We still got on task 3 because he also said configure the loopback interfaces specified on the diagram. So we got to do loopback 10, loopback 20, give it this IP address and that IP address. Same thing with this. Do that loopback, do this loopback, and do that loopback, right? Y'all know how to do loopbacks, right? If not, then just follow along, right? Go to global config mode. This is the easy part. All this is the easy part. We came to do ACLs. I know I said I was going to do this off stream, but I like doing this stuff for some, like I said, some new people that might come in that don't know what the hell a loopback interface is or how to configure it and stuff like that. So I've been promising to do this stuff off stream just to cut some of our live stream time down. But you know, if you already know how to do this, go ahead and do it real quick, and then just wait till you catch up. You know, wait till we catch up to you. So interface loopback 10, right? We're gonna do this guy first. Right, we're gonna do that one right there first, right? Loopback 10, his IP address is gonna be 172.16.4 Fat Finger Squad 4.1 subnet mask of /26, which is 1.192, right? Interface loop 20, right? Y'all see how I did short right there? You don't have to type in the whole thing because that's how iOS works. In case this is the first time you're watching, I know this might be, if this is definitely the first time you're watching, then yeah, this might be a little bit advanced. This, matter of fact, this lab is considered a lab, what is this? 8 out of 10 out of difficulty. So, but I did it, you know, because, you know, I have my CCNA and stuff like that. You know, I'm just going back to the fundamentals. Plus, I love teaching this stuff. I'm just kind of like, I'm realizing I'm becoming a lot more passionate about it. And this is what I wanted to do. Lab every day. Hashtag lab every day. Subnet mask of /29, which is .248. No shut. Oh, you know, you got to no shut it. It already comes up. What am I thinking? Interface loop back. Oh, that's all the loopbacks for router 1. So we got to do these 3 loopbacks right here on router 3. So go back to router 3. Well, let's check our work. Y'all know I'm a big proponent of checking your work halfway through your stuff, right? Shout out to Pete S for this command right here. Show protocols. I don't think I really knew about this one because it shows you the IP address plus the subnet mask to make sure I did it correctly. So that loopback right there, I mean that serial interface was 172.16.1.1/26. This is 16.4.1/26, and this is 17.5.1/29. So again, shout out to Pete for that one, man. Y'all make sure y'all join the Discord server in case you want to ask some more questions off stream and stuff like that. Let me go ahead and pull that up for y'all real quick. Y'all remember that like button if y'all like what y'all see so far. It's gonna give it some time to people to catch up there. If y'all need me to, if y'all have any questions, man, let me know in the chat room, man. Don't be embarrassed or anything like that, man. I like answering questions, and if I can't get to it, there's some smart people in the chat room there. That's the Discord server. If you want to, you know, join, ask questions off stream after the stream and stuff like that. Let's go to router 3 and do those interfaces right there. These guys right here, right? Loopback 10 through 30. So interface loopback 10, and his IP address is 110.10.10.3/25, which is .155.128. Yeah, it's 128. And then loopback 20 is IP address is 10.20.20.20. Fat Finger Squad in the building. .3/28, which is .248, right? 254, 255.248. And interface loopback 30, finally. We are going to wrap up task 3. We only got, again, 7 tasks. So I ain't going to say we almost done. I always say that, right? Loopback 30. I say we about, I don't know, 20, 30% complete there. His IP address is 10.30.30.3/29 subnet, which is 2. Ooh, this is wrong. I just thought about this one. That's wrong. That should be .240. And this is 248. So let me fix that. 255.248. Well, y'all waiting for me to fuck that up and then tell me, or you was gonna wait till I run show protocols to realize that? Y'all let me know. But you see, obviously that was incorrect. So let's go back to loopback 20 and fix that, right? And in case you guys don't know, now you'll see how to fix an IP address, right? Interface loopback 20. His IP address is 10.20. Oops. IP address is 10.20.20.3/240. Not /240. .240. There. Now we run show protocols again and verify our work. He's 172.16.1.2/26. That's correct, right? This guy right here. Whoop. The other guy is 10.10.3/25, 10.20.23/28, and 10.30.33/29. All right, good to go. Remember, when you're done, verify your work. And then when you're done, run a show command to verify your work. And after we're done with that, verify your work and also run another show command to verify your work. My boss, I swear he'd be drilling that stuff in my head today, man. Shout out to my boss. I don't know. I don't think he watches this channel and stuff. He knows I got a YouTube channel, but we fixed a VPN issue. We had a bunch of remote workers that had slow internet via VPN and stuff. and they did not. Well, with my boss and my other coworker, they figured it out and stuff like that. And I just was like, you know, I gave them some information to help out or whatever. Actually, I don't even think I had my hands on that on that issue, just some communication or whatever. But it just came and went, that problem. I just was like, damn, I wish I knew how they fixed it. He came to my office, came by today, and went on the whiteboard, drew everything that happened. You know, drew the wide area network, drew our edge routers and stuff like that, drew the ISP routers, gave the IP. He explained to me how he resolved that problem, process of elimination, and he showed me exactly how they did it. And I was just like, I really appreciate that, man. This dude is really, like, he took me under his wing, and he's really teaching me things, man. And this is the kind of management that you want to, you know, be around if you work for an employer and stuff like that. Lee said, next hop subnet will show in the routing table. Yes, true. The outgoing interface will not. I think it will. I chose the outgoing interface. Good question. Let's see. I'm glad you asked that. Show IP route, right? I chose the outgoing interface, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Show IP routes. And I said, what is my outgoing interface? I said, for what my, this is my static route. So the S means static route. This means candidate default. We don't know what the hell to do it. Send it out of 000. Now, if I'd have changed it, you would have seen something like this. No, that's the interface. It would have said via the IP address, which is the next hop. So yes, it still shows it to you. But the process of how it looks up versus next hop and outgoing interface is different. I might have to Google that, and then maybe I'll explain it in the Discord server. But if anybody knows, if anybody in the chat room knows, go ahead and put it in the chat room and let us know which one is faster, or what's the difference between using the outgoing interface for a static route versus the next hop as the what to do with that traffic. Task 4. I guess we're more than halfway through this. 4 out of 7, right? To test connectivity, ping router 1 from router 3. All right, so we're gonna have router 1, this guy right here, to router 3. Go ahead and test connectivity from router 3's. Oh, ping router 1. So the other way around. I think you got to do it the other way around too, though. So from router 3's serial interface, go ahead and test connectivity, right? Go ahead and ping from there to there, right? That IP address. But they also said to do it from the serial 000 interface, and then when you ping it, also test it from this loopback address, from that loopback address, and from this loopback address. So you got to change basically the source interface. This I don't think Packet Tracer could do. That's why I like saying, like, use real hardware if you can. Use GNS3 if you can. Use EVNG. Use CML or whatever. But I don't think you can change the source interface. If anybody's using Packet Tracer in here, let me know. But I don't think you can do that. That sounds really cool, man. Good team and manager. Yeah, man. He is a really good manager, man. He just was like, that problem came and went. I was like, damn, I'm glad that problem fixed, because we got about, I don't know, 300 remote workers or something like that, and only half of them they had slow internet, right? So that told us right there, okay, that problem's not us, because it's either all or nothing. And the issue was, it was definitely an ISP issue, and I forgot what he did. I don't really get into too much any of that, but he was able to find out. He did a trace route from his house, because he was remote too, and see where the latency was happening. Which hop the latency was happening. It was happening at like the 9th hop. And then basically he found out the owner of that router from the 9th hop. You know, he pulled up the IP address for that router and saw the ASN, the BGP ASN, looked it up on the BGP looking glass, or, I don't know what y'all know what that is, but basically you can find out the owner of any ASN number in the world, and then had them contact that ISP. And then that they're still working on it right now, actually. So, but yeah, it was crazy how he did it. I was like, damn, see, this is the stuff I want to do, man. Just like, I mean, I'm a network engineer, but you don't have me really doing too much wide area network stuff right now. Like I'm in network closets, so I'm doing local area network stuff, like switching and stuff like that. Basic network stuff. But he's gonna be teaching me more BGP. He's gonna be teaching me a lot of stuff. So. But it was pretty dope, man. I was like, yeah, this is the shit I want to do, man. The stuff that I do on my damn channel. I don't get to do ACLs very often and stuff like that. I want to do that stuff, man. But let's see. Task. So we got to do that pinging from those IP addresses. Go ahead and go to router 3 and ping 172.16.1.1, right? Pray to the network gods. We got to reply immediately, right? We got 5 replies there, right? So we did it from that interface. Now we got to change the source interface and do it from this interface, that interface, and this interface, right? So we got to do the same thing, but you got to type in source and change the loopback. You can put either the IP address or choose the interface you want to ping it from. In this case, I'm going to ping it from loopback 10. And we got to reply. Good. So same thing. Loopback 20. We got to reply. Loopback 30. Pray to the network gods. We got to reply. So we can see all this is good, right? So we got connectivity, basic connectivity there. So the same task there says, actually that was it for task 4. Let me know if you got packet tracing. Y'all let me know if you can do that. Change the source interface. I don't think you can do that though. Task 5. Configure both router 1 and router 3 to allow telnet connections. So we should be able to, from this guy, telnet from him. And then they want us to do the same thing from router 3. Telnet, be able to telnet from there to there, right? Y'all know how to set up telnet? If not, then we'll follow along, right? Hopefully you got a copy of this book, and then you won't even be able to follow along. We'll be right behind you and following you, right? So, because y'all know I talk a lot, and I do lecturing while I'm configuring this stuff. So, and that's how I learn. So, yeah, okay, y'all. I hope y'all good to go, right? So, let's look at basic stuff here, right? Let's look at the lines, the VTY lines right now. Section, line, see what we got so far. We don't have any, we're allowing all, so we're allowing both SSH and Telnet. And he also said the password Cisco should be used for Telnet, so we don't have a password. It's prompting for a username and password, but we're allowing both SSH and Telnet. What happens if you Telnet, right? Let's say we did Telnet 172.16.1.1, right? Boom, it says password required but none set. So you can't Telnet from router 3 to router 1. You can't do that. So you have to have a password set up. So let's go ahead and specifically, since that's what they ask us for, specifically allow Telnet. Right now we're doing both, right? So line VTY 0 through 4. He said the password is all caps Cisco, transport, input, Telnet. That's gonna allow Telnet. And now let's try that again, right? So now we Telnet to it, boom. Now we got a password, all caps Cisco, and now it works. See? And now we was able to Telnet from router 3 to router 1, right? Now we got to do the same thing going the other way, right? I know this is simple stuff, but y'all know I love going over the basics and stuff like that, man. I love teaching people. Router 1. I mean, we got to go to router 3 and allow Telnet now. So let's get out of this and do the same thing. Go to global config mode, line VTY 0 through 4. We said the password was all caps Cisco, transport input Telnet. And now let's go from router 1 to router 3 and see if we can Telnet into 172.16.1.2. And that worked. All caps Cisco was the password, and now we're in router 3, right? So good to go there. That was task 4. I mean, that was task 5. Task 6. We're almost done here, right? There's only 7 tasks here, right? Let's go ahead and exit out of that. Task 6. Configure a numbered extended ACL on router 3 to allow Telnet from router 1's loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 20 and loopback 30. That was a lot to digest there. That's what we came to do, though, right? ACLs. That's what we finally came to do. Task number 6. He waited to the last task to have us do this. So we know we want to configure a numbered ACL on router 3. So he said on router 3, we're going to create, remember what ACLs are, right? Basically, the bouncer at the nightclub with the RSVP list. He's only going to allow only certain traffic to come through this interface right here, right? So they want us to create configure an ACL, a numbered ACL, to allow Telnet. So we're going to allow Telnet through here. Telnet. I ain't going to write the whole word out. Y'all know how to spell Telnet. God damn it. From router 1's loopback 10. So we're going to be able to allow Telnet from loopback 10. So we're going to allow it from loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 20. So we want to be able to not go through that right there, right? We're not going to go through that. We are actually going to go to from loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 20 and 30. So we want to be able to telnet from here and there. That's what they want us to do here. If you know how to do it, go ahead and do it. I'm just kind of like drawing these annotations so that way people, whoever ain't got the book right now, because I know you're going to get the book next week at least or something, right? So we want to be able to allow telnet from there to there. And then if you have configured your ACL correctly, only telnet sessions to 20 and 30 will work. No, my bad. I said from loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 10, 20, and 30. So from router 10, let me digest this right here, right? Telnet from loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 10, 20, and 30. So we want to be able to telnet to all three of these guys. Interesting. What's he want us to block though? Maybe I didn't read the whole thing. Let's see. He said from loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 10, 20, and 30. If you configured your ACL correctly, I'm skipping that part. I skipped that part. This is what it is. Configure the number ACL to allow telnet from router 1's loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 20 and 30. So 20 and 30. That's my bad. So from router 1's loopback 10 to 20 and 30. Those two right there. This is what we want to allow. And then he said add another line to the extended ACL. So we're going to allow telnet here. Add another line to the extended ACL to allow only ping traffic from loopback 20, router 1's loopback 20 to router 3's loopback 10. So this is a little confusing here, right? So we're only going to allow ICMP or ping traffic from there to there. So we're going to only be able to ping from here to there. Here, if y'all want me to write it all out, damn it. Any perfections in there. So, and apply this ACL inbound on router 3's serial 000. So obviously we're going to put that ACL on this interface right here, right? This interface right here, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Configure the numbered ACL. Y'all know how to do that, right? So if not, just follow along. We said we got to do it on router 3. A numbered extended ACL. So we got to go to global config mode, right? We say this IP access, not address, access list, right? They all start with IP access list, and then we said it's going to be an extended one, right? Because we're defining source and destination, plus we're doing a protocol. So that tells us right there it's extended, plus the name of the damn video is book, and lab is extended numbered. Right, and we're gonna put a number. So y'all go ahead and pick a number. I'm gonna pick 150. That's gonna put us in numbered ACL extended configuration mode. Right, there's a bunch of numbered modes. Sup, network, bro? We got Moose of the Gamer in the house. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. I ain't see you in last couple streams, but appreciate you for tuning in, man. Thanks for rocking with us. We're on lab number 93. If you just follow along, man. Page number 406. We're on task 6 out of 7, so we're almost done here. It's just task 6. He threw a bunch of tasks within it. So we're creating the numbered ACL here. Extended numbered. First rule was to allow telnet. So because we said allow, we know the keyword is permit, right? What are we going to allow? What's the source? Well, first we got to do the protocol. He said allow telnet. So we know telnet. You can't just do telnet to permit telnet, right? You can't do that. It's not going to work. So you got to know what type of traffic is telnet. Is telnet TCP or UDP? I know by heart that it's TCP, right? It starts with the same. That's how I remember it. Telnet, TCP. They both start with T. That's how I remember it, right? Now you got to put question mark the source address. What's the source? What's the telnet? The source was loopback 10, right? But you can't do loopback 10 because he don't know the name of the loopback, router 3. He know the IP address. Let's go ahead and do that. But it's one IP address. Not the whole subnet. We could do that, but I'm going to do just one IP address. So in this case, I'll do host, right? Because I'm going to pretend this is like a computer that's trying to access these two right here, loopbacks, right? So loopback 10, what's the host? 172.16.4.1, right? Because it is a source address, but I put host because it's a single source, just like it's a computer or a server to allow access, telnet access to these two loopbacks right here, right? And then after that, you got to put in the destination address, right? Watch this. See? Or you can do any to any IP address. But no, they specifically said to allow Telnet to loop back 10, 20, and 30. So we got to put some IP addresses there. We got to do 2 lines for this in case. Right? Because this right here, right? This arrow right here and that arrow right there. So that means we have to do 2 separate lines. You can't put 2 destinations on the same line. That's what I learned about ACLs too. So 10.20.20.3, and then do you got to put the destination wildcard mask? I think you do. I think you do. Yes. See, I'm starting to know this by heart now. I didn't know it back then. They all on me. But /28. So the wildcard back is 000 dot. What's that? 15. 248. It's 240. So yeah, 15. I'm starting to know these wildcard masks now. But we did not specify the telnet yet. We said TCP. So now you can specify the protocol. How you do that? Equals, right? Because we know the exact protocol we want to allow telnet. Now you can put in telnet, or you can put in 23 as the port number, right? So telnet traffic right there, 23. That is that first line. That's that first rule. But we also got to do. We allow traffic from here to there. Now we got to allow traffic from telnet traffic from there to there, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So pretty similar. Permit TCP host 172.16.4.1 10.20.20.3 same wildcard. No, my bad. See, 5-finger squad. This is a different IP address. The destination is now loopback 30's IP address. What is that? 10.10.30.30.3 /29. Wildcard mask is .7, I believe, right? Let's verify our work. It's 255 minus the subnet mask number. So in this case, 248.7. Yes, I knew that. I just be challenging myself, I guess, or quizzing myself, or double checking myself. So that is that rule. Then we got to do this part right here. Add another line to the extended ACL to allow only ping traffic from router 1's loopback 20. This one right here, that ping traffic. Now we got to create a rule for that. So this right here tells us it's 3 rules: that rule, this rule, and that rule, right? So let's go and do that. So it's the same ACL, which is my case is 150. Y'all any questions so far? Anybody lost, or anybody want to know another way to do this? There is another way. I just picked specific hosts to do this. I'm gonna look at the solution guide to see if that's how he did it. But there's 2 ways you can really do this. I'm doing it by single host because that's what he didn't really say. Allow this network to that network. He said this loopback to that loopback is what he's doing here. Another line to allow only ping traffic. So we know he said allow. That means permit, right? Ping traffic, ping, right? We know ping don't work. It's actually ICMP. Just remember that. ICMP means ping, right? The host, right? This is the ping right here, right? Who is the host? It's loopback 20. But you can't do loopback 20. He don't know about he don't know about the loopback numbers. He know about the IP addresses. That's what he know, right? So what is the host is 172.17.5.1. Y'all with me so far? Y'all with me so far? To the destination, ping. Who we pinging? We pinging the loopback. But he don't know, router 1 don't know about loopback. He know about the IP address. So go do that. 10.10.10.3 wildcard massive /25, which is 000.127. Right? Let me triple check. I think I know that by now. It's 255 minus 128, right? Yes, it's 127. So I was correct there. And then what are we allowing? Ping traffic. We don't got to put that's what's funky about protocols. You would think you could put them all at the end. No, they divided by TCP and UDP traffic and some at the beginning, right? So that's why ping, you got to put it at the beginning. You ain't got to worry about specifying the protocol towards the end with ping, like we did with telnet. That make any sense? So I should be able to press enter, or I could just do log so that way I can see the type of traffic it is, right? So that way when there's a match, boom, we'll see, okay, we got some ping traffic that just came in. And you'll get a log message for that. So that's what that was going to do. You ain't got to do this. I just did it for this lab. The quickest way I found to figure the wildcard mask is to take the least significant bit -1. That's a good one. Oh, I didn't think about that. So the least significant bit for that other one was, he was .28. It was 248. No, he was 240. But if you do 240 minus 1, it'd be 239. So this wouldn't have been 239. Oh, that's not it for me. But I see what you were saying. I see what you were saying with that. Yeah, because see right here, the least significant bit for that, the subnet mask for this is 255.240. The least significant bit. Oh, that's the most significant bit. I'll figure that out later. I want to wrap this up, but I see what you're saying. Let's move on. That was I'll go back to that. We'll probably do that after the stream, Musa. That I like that that theory you got there. To test your ACL, your Telnet ACL. So he wanted to test this ACL right here. Get rid of all this shit, right? To test your ACL. Oh, we got to apply it inbound. We didn't do that yet. Shit, did I save it? I guess I saved it, didn't I? Didn't want to do that. Let's open up ACL4 and do that again. Boop. Bastard! Get on the mic and rock the symphony. Hold on. Let me. I put that. I saved that ACL there. I didn't want that to happen. So we got to test our ACL. So we're almost done here, y'all. We almost done. We got to test the ACLs. All we got to do. All right. Boom. Boom. Escape. Draw. Boom. All right. So we got to apply that ACL on this interface right here. Remember how to do that, right? So go to that interface. Remember, you create all the rules you want, but if it's not applied on the interface, it's not gonna work. So interface serial 000 IP access group. You would have think it would have put access list. I don't know why the hell they call it group. Anybody know why they call it group on the interface instead of access list? Like, this is an access list. Why you call it a group? The number, my number was 150. You got to choose whether it's you want to apply that interface inbound, or that rule inbound, or if you want to apply that rule outbound. The book said apply this ACL inbound on router 3's 000. So we got to do in just like that. Press enter. That applied it. How do we check our work? With show IP. Let's check the rules. Show IP. Let's check the ACL access list. Right, this is the ACL right here. Right, we're allowing that telnet, and then we're blocking ping from. We're allowing ping from there. At the very end, we have an implicit deny, right? So if you don't match these rules right here, you can't fucking come in the nightclub. That's basically what we're doing with the implicit deny there. Let me see. No, 240 is the least significant bit. Oh, and no, 240 least significant bit is 16. So wild equals available IP. Oh, you gotta know, but you gotta know the available IPs. I don't think I got that memorized. I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying. I like the 255 minus whatever the wildcard masks interesting bit is. Octet. Interesting octet. That's how I like to do it. If y'all know that way, y'all know that way. But yeah, everybody got their own way to kind of figure out the wildcard masks. But I see what you're saying. I don't really know the available hosts, available IPs by heart. So that's a good way, though. So we got the ACL. Let's verify what interface it's applied to. We do that with show IP serial. No, show IP interface serial 000. You remember your interfaces might be different. Once you do that, you go up and you'll see the ACLs right here, right? We don't have anything that's outgoing, so we don't have a outgoing ACL. We have an incoming ACL, and that is verified with this line right here. Inbound access list is 150, right? If you named it, it'll say inbound access list, routing ACL or whatever, right? So we verified our work. Now we got to test it. Test your ACL configuration. Telnet from router 1's loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 10, 20, and 30. So we need the telnet from router 1's loopback 10 to router 3's to all of them. So we got a telnet from here, here, obviously, to and here. We're gonna go ahead telnet to those guys. Go ahead and do that. If y'all want to go ahead and do that before. Y'all know I like drawing and annotations. It makes it a little easier and stuff like that. So from round 1, go ahead and telnet from those guys, right? But we got to do it from this loopback, right? Because if we try to telnet now from here to that interface, let's see what happens. Let's try that real quick. 1 second. Remember we tested it earlier. Remember we telnetted earlier, this right here, and it worked. So now what happens? We should already have it in our no, it's not in our history. It probably timed out. 16.1.2. Now we're trying to telnet. Boom, unreachable. So this is blocked. That's what that ACL does. Now let's try to telnet from using this as a source interface, right? Telnet 172.16.1.2 source. Jesus. I think you got to do slash source interface. That's how you do the source interface. With ping, you can just do source and then the source interface. With telnet, you got to do slash source hyphen interface and then that, right? So we got to change it to what? Loopback 10 in this case. Boom. Unreachable. So this got blocked right here, right? Because I think that's what the ACL worked. That the ACL works here. But let's try and telnet from here and here. Let's try that so we know that this one blocked. Change the source interface to... Oh, no. You know what? What we did was we telnetted to the serial interface. That's what we did. What we got to do is from telnet from here to here. So we got to change the IP address. So we're going to telnet now to... Let me verify that again. From loopback 10, which we did, to router 3 loopback, to router 3 loopback 10. That's what I did wrong. So I telnetted to the serial interface. So I prefer the bruh way. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with me, Pete. At least one of y'all with me, man. But yeah, there's different ways to do it. That's how I memorized it, and I got better at doing it that way. 255 minus whatever the interesting octet is. So what I meant was 10.10.10.3 to loopback 10. That still got blocked. So this got blocked, and I think we only allowed telnet from there to there anyway. So hopefully those work. Now let's telnet to 10.20.23. Right, y'all with me so far? 10.20.20.3. That worked. See that? All caps Cisco. Boom. So this one blocked. This one worked. Now let's finally try this interface right here to that interface. So now we're gonna, let's exit out that. We know that. Now go back to router 1, and then we're gonna telnet. I'll write it out this time. 10.30.30.3 slash source interface is gonna be loopback. Now we don't do loopback. We got to put the IP address, right? Because he don't know about the other guy's named interface or the name of his interface. 10.30.30.3. Enter. What am I thinking? Source interface. Oh, my source interface. I put the same thing. Duh. What's wrong with you, Lord? The source interface is actually loopback 10. That's the source, right? See, it's different with the ACL. The ACL, you combine. I mean, you put the source source address first, and then the destination address. When you're telnetting, you put the destination first, and then the source last. So that's why I got confused there. Loop 10. That worked. Perfect. All caps. Cisco. Enter. That worked. Go back to router 1, right? So now so this right here. Oh no. Yeah. What do we do? Loop back 10 to 10.33. So this right here worked. Perfect. So we know this one got blocked. This worked. This worked. And I think that's what we designed it to do, right? Because he says here in the book, if you have configured your ACL correctly, only telnet sessions to loopback 20 and 30 will work. So there we go. We prayed to the network gods, and the telnet to those loopbacks worked. Finally, task 7, to test your ping ACL configuration. Ping from, so now we got to do ping, right? And let me write that out as well. Why did I save that? Come on, network, bro. I didn't save that. It's all good. It's all good. Maybe I'm just typing this stuff. Don't worry. We're going to get this going here. For you just following along and just tune in, This is the lab guide we use. 101 Labs Cisco CCNA version 4. You can copy this from 101labs.net. Or there's a link in the description box below. It is an Amazon link, so it'll take you to Amazon, and then you can get the book a little faster through Amazon Prime and stuff like that. Y'all remember me that like button if y'all like what y'all see so far. Make sure you join the Discord server and stuff like that. Sound like a goddamn commercial, right? Commercial breaking shit. That is the Discord server. If you have any questions afterwards, or we should, if you want to discuss that, the interesting octet and stuff like, or that that other way to do it, and then I'll probably figure that out. Maybe it's good for me to know different ways. That gets your mind to think differently. If you know, that is why they have us learn calculus and algebra and shit like that back in high. I used to think, why are they teaching us this shit? I'm never gonna use it. It just shows you that there's different solutions to come to the same conclusion. That's why they make us do all those like math, like trigonometry, all that shit. That is the point. So that's why when you guys are saying, yeah, there's another way to get that wildcard mask, I should learn it that way as well. So it's just like a Rubik's Cube and shit like that. You know what I mean? There's different ways to do it. So we finally got to test our ping access, right? And he said to test your ping from router 2's, router 1's loopback 20. So from router loopback 20, let me draw this out. Get my brush going. Green. So from router loopback 20 to router 3's loopback 10 and 20 and 30. So now we're going to telnet to all three of these right here. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to telnet to all three. Right? Last time we pinged to all three and only some worked, right? Because we drew some ACLs. We only allowed some people into the nightclub, right? It's like, you got some blue shoes on? Oh, hell no, you can't come into this club, man. The fuck do you think this is, man? Blue suede shoes? Elvis? All right, so we're going to test telnet, go into those interfaces from loopback 20. Well, he said ping or telnet? He said ping. So we're going to ping from there to there. Got with me so far? Ping. Ping. Little known fact. The reply to a ping is called called pong. Get it? Ping pong. Because you sending traffic going one way and you expecting it to come back. They call it a ping pong. Not very many people know that fact right there. Ping pong, right? If you have configured your ACL correctly, only pings from loopback 10 to router 1's loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 20 should work. So only this should work, and this should be blocked, and this should be blocked. Let's go ahead and do that. And then that should be it, and we'll call it a night. So loopback 20, and we're right at the hour mark, man. I guess I'll be planning these just right, man. I guess I got it down pat. I haven't been muting my streams and shit lately. I've been actually doing this correctly. And just as planned. So we're gonna ping 1010.3/source interface. How you do it? How you change the source? Oh, you just type in source. And then the source is gonna be loopback 20. So this theoretically should be blocked. Let's get on our knees, pray to the network gods, press enter. That worked. Looks like we got some troubleshooting to do, right? Because he said only pings from router 1's loopback 10. Oh, I did it from loopback 20. What I meant to do was loopback 10. So we're actually going to ping from, not here, we're actually going to ping from there, loopback 10. So that is what I did wrong. I didn't read that right. So that's the thing with these exams too. You make sure you understand it. You might have got it like the answer correctly, but you didn't read the question right. I don't know if that makes sense, right? But you know what I meant. I don't know if this is true, but I read contents of a ping is the alphabet, but only up to the letter W or something. Could be total bullshit. I never heard of that. Thought it was echo reply. Learned it's pong now. Yes, echo reply. That's what I'm saying. But it's ping. The reply is pong. So, but yeah, a ping is like something internet groper. I can't remember the name of it, but we'll look it up in a second. But it's ICMP. Ping stands for in networking packet internet groper. But that is like the little known factor. It's like it may be it may or not be official, but that's what they say. Ping pong. So, but I will look more into it right there. Ain't got shit to do with this lab, but you know what I mean. So I meant to do loopback 10. Pray to the network gods and hope this gets blocked, right? And we got some U's there. That's a good sign. U's means unreachable. So our ACL did work. It worked. So this guy got blocked. That's a good sign. Now we need to make sure we can ping the loopback 20. So same thing. Source loopback 10, but the address is actually what's loopback 20's address is 10.20.20.3. Source interface of loopback 10. That should have worked, right? Because he said only pings from router 1's loopback 10 to router 3's loopback 20 should work. Let me make sure I did that correctly. Let's write it out because that looks like they worked. Let's test that last one out. Let's test this last one out. And then, because this one should be blocked. This one should be blocked, and that one should work. So, that looks like we need to do some troubleshooting. We might need to add a line to our list there. Ping 10.30.30.3 from loopback source, loopback 10. That's blocked too. So, this is getting... Oh yeah, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Duh. This is blocked. So this right here does not work, and we need to make sure that this one works. But we need, this one got blocked. We need to make sure it works. So let's take a look at our access list. What's blocking that? Show access list. Let's type it again. Ping. Who we pinging? 10.20.20.3. Source address of loopback. Sorry, loopback 10. That's blocked. So no. We have this last one here. Last one here, and we gotta do some troubleshooting. So we prayed to the network gods, and they didn't answer our prayers here. Show access list. Ooh, what am I doing here? Oh, the access lists are on router 3. Duh. I'm like, what the hell happened to access list? Show access list. Let's see what we got here. So we got some matches here. That's good. We're doing some ping here. We're not allowing that. So we needed to add one more rule, basically. We're permitting him 5.1, which is... Where is it? Source is 5.1. 172. So we're allowing this. But we need to actually allow 16.4.1. So maybe I wrote it wrong. Who knows? Let me make sure I read that. I read that right when I did the list. That's probably what I did. But that's definitely an issue there. We're allowing from loopback 20. So yeah, we didn't mean to do that. We need to get rid of this. This actually, that's what we need to do. We just need to change this IP address. Source needs to be 16.4.1. Yeah, let's do that. So let's get rid of that line right there and change it to we said from there to there. Or do we need to add that other guy? Because that's the source, that's the destination. And when we did the sources, we did source loopback 10. That's being blocked. Source loopback 10. That was blocked. Yeah, I think we just wrote that ACL wrong. I think we wrote that ACL wrong. Let's do that. Let's do that. And notice we got a log there. Configure terminal. Let's fix that ACL. He said Windows platform only goes to letter W. I think I learned that. Is there an implicit deny at the end of ACLs? Yes, there is an implicit deny at the ACLs, but I don't think that's what's blocking it. I think I just need to redo that that ACL there. So configure terminal. I'm already in configure terminal. What the hell am I doing? IP access list extended 150. We're gonna say no 30, and we're gonna say permit ICMP host 172.17. 4.1 to the 10.10.10.0 network. Nah, we don't want to do exact hosts, because we're going to do the whole damn subnet. And somebody got to get blocked. Or we do a host for each line. That's what we could do. Let's do host for each line. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I think I got to do. Host is going to be 1010. No, because we want to block that last guy. 10.20.20.3. We'll log that. And then we want to deny ICMP from the other two guys. So ICMP. So we want to basically, just like this, block this guy and block that guy. So ICMP, deny ICMP from the host 172.17.4.1 to the host 1010.3. Same thing, but we want to do 10.30.33. Y'all with me so far? Did your ACLs work? Did yours work? Because mine obviously didn't work. I have to pretty much rewrite my ACLs. And maybe I read the question wrong, or I wasn't paying attention, or I was just talking too much shit while I was trying to configure this shit. Y'all know it's a little bit difficult to kind of look at the chat, configure, and try to teach y'all at the same time while looking at this book. And if you're just tuning in, this is the book we're using, 101 Labs Cisco CCNA version 4. You can copy this from 101labs.net, or there's a link in the description box below. Y'all want to hit that like button if y'all like what y'all see, or subscribe if you're just tuned in. To that host, we're going to block that. We're allowing that other one. Now let's try those ACLs again. So this need to be blocked. Let's go ahead and test that theory out, right? So let's go to router 1 and test that ACL again. So we're going to ping 10.10.10.3 from source 172.16.4.1. Pray to the network gods. Was this pinging that we were testing last? Yes, we was pinging last, because we already did the telnet part. That's blocked. Good to go. Pray to the network gods and hope this one lets us through, though. Ping 10.20.20.3 with the source address of 172.16.4.1. Hope this gets through. That's getting blocked. We got some troubleshooting to do here. Let's see. What am I doing here? 10, 20, 20, 33. It is blocking from 16.4.1. Interesting. How about we ping from just loopback 10? That is being blocked. That's not good. How about we try it from let's do that last one and see if that one's being blocked. We hoping that's getting blocked. I think they all getting blocked at this point, because we said allow. Oh, you know what? You got to put that allow last. I think you got to put that allow last, right? Deny, allow. I gotta look at that again. So 10, 30, 33. Let's see. It looked like they all getting blocked this time. 30.30.3. They all getting blocked. They all getting blocked right now. So that's not good either. This ACL is all fucked up. We got some bonus troubleshooting. All right, let's see. It's tough juggling anything. We appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate you for tuning in, and thanks for rocking with me. So let's take a look at that ACL. We done fucked something up here. Show access list. Let's see here. Oh, we got some rules that we got to get rid of. No, we said permit here. ICMP there. It's not even seeing any of it. We're not even getting on the matches. Yeah, we're not even getting any matches. What's going on there? Interesting. Let me make sure I read that right. The ping part. Let's see. Let me know if your ACLs work, because obviously mine ain't working right now. So to test your ACL, no, we didn't do that. Configure a numbered ACL on router 3 to allow telnet from router 1. Oh, we did that part. That was correct. It's our ping that we got to fix. Add another line to the extended ACL to allow only ping traffic from loopback 20. Okay. So here's what we got to do. Just so I'm going to draw it out. We need to get rid of all those pings lines there. Because they said allow, the fact that he said add a line lets us know it's only one line we got to add. right? There's an implicit deny at the end, so we ain't got to worry about adding these other denies that we did. So, and that's probably the point you was trying to make, Moose of the Gamer, right? Right? So I think that's why you said that. So let's get rid of this line and that line. So let's go ahead and do that. Go to global config mode. I think I see what you're saying now. IP access list 150. We're gonna say no. Extended 150. 150. We're gonna say no 40, no 50. No 40, no 50. And I think that's what you was trying to say there, right? Show access list. Right. So now we got a next. So we're permitting this right here, and then he said to block the other joints. So let's try that. So now let's go back to router 1 and ping from loopback 10 and hope that green that this one works and that this guy gets blocked and this guy gets blocked. That's what we want, right? So we want this one to work and that guy. Come on, paint. That right there. This guy to get blocked. That guy to get blocked. All right, so let's do that. Pray to the network gods and ping 10.10.10.3 with the source interface of loopback 10 and hope that you get blocked. We got some use there. We got a prayer dancer right there. Where are you on router 1? I don't know. Was I when I did that? Yeah, I was on router 1. All right, let's do that again. Go back to router 1. So that got blocked. This one, hopefully this goes through. Loop back 10, but the IP address is now 10.20.23. 10.20.20.3. I hope this works. What is going on here, y'all? That is blocked. 10.20.23. It's being blocked with the source interface of loopback 10. And then we do it again and say loopback 10.30.33. Let's try that. 10.30.30.3. That's also being blocked as well. All this shit getting blocked. All right. Bonus troubleshooting. Let's go back to router 3. Show access list. It's not even showing a match. Is it applied? Show interface. Show IP interface. Serial 000. Is it applied? It is 150 inbound. Go back to router. Just stay on here. Let's look at that. Let's look at that ACL. What is going on with our ACL here? Come on, we got a broken ACL, looking like Kevin Durant out here. So, permit ICMP from the host 172.17. That is the issue. Fat Finger Squad in the building. A typo caused this shit. You see that? No 30, and we need to fix that and put permit 172.16.4.1. 16.4.1. So let's go back to local config mode. IP access list. Did anybody catch that earlier and y'all was waiting for me to find that out? Or this is why we call ourselves the Fat Finger Squad, because you fat finger stuff and give you guys bonus troubleshooting. But it's all good though. This works with our eyes better and stuff like that, and we'll see what we did wrong. So no 30. We're going to put that line back in, but we're going to put a different IP address, and we're going to log it this time. So permit. Who are we permitting? We're permitting the host 172.16.4.1. So 16.4.1. Now let's try it again, right? And hope that this gets blocked and those other ones worked. Y'all with me so far? He said .4. Yes, exactly. And I put 16. What happened was I put 17.4.1 and I needed to put 16.4.1 and nothing was even showing up. So that's why I was blocking everything. That shit was blocking all of it right here. It stopped it immediately. It's like, you definitely ain't getting on. So go to ping 10.10.3 and I think it's gonna work this time. Hopefully. I'm tired of this troubleshooting. Source interface of loopback 10 and hope that this get blocked. Well, they was all getting blocked. Good, we got a block. Let's pray to the network gods and hope this one lets us through. Yes, exactly. It was the .16. I'm gonna write this all out this time. So ping 10.20.20.3 with the source interface of loopback 10. Pray to the network gods. Press enter. We got a reply. Woohoo! One more time. We got to do this other one, and hopefully this one gets blocked, and I think it will. And we'll call it a night. Ping 10.30.30.3 with a source interface of loopback 20. Pray to the network gods, because I'm tired of this streaming. Nah, I love hanging with y'all, man. I love doing this. Your lab every day, man. It's fun. It got blocked. Beautiful. So the issue there was typo. This is why you want to be able to, run the show commands and see. And you'll notice I was like, well, it is getting applied there. Let's look at that access list again. Modify the access list. The shit still didn't work. It blocked everything, right? It blocked everything. We was expecting this right here to work. We wanted those two to get blocked right there. We wanted this one to get blocked, and we wanted that one to get it blocked. But it was all getting blocked, right? So had to modify that ACL and realized it was all a typo. It was all a typo. Next time you want to follow along. Don't just watch. You guys didn't even let me know. Did your ACLs work, guys, before mine did? Because obviously mine did work, and I'm hoping that you guys were doing this stuff hands-on along with me, because that is how you learn. Shit like this right here. It gets you to read, look at ACLs better, how to go back in and go and modify your ACL that you already configured and stuff like that without erasing the whole thing. Go to the specific sequences. Y'all see now, that's how I'm learning and getting better at this, right? I don't do like ACLs every day and stuff like that. But me doing this at home, it's just like, taking reps. I'm on the bench right now, right? Because I'm not a lead network engineer. I'm a level 1 network engineer right now, right? I got my senior who's a network architect. He's the guy that teaches me and stuff like that. We have another architect, or a network engineer. He's been there for like 10, 15 years. Right now, I'm on the bench, right? But I'm taking reps all the time. I'm just waiting for my number to get called when it's time to show improve and stuff like that. We got to call out, the network is down overnight and we need somebody, and my boss is on vacation. Then I'm ready, because I took my reps at home by doing labbing every day, and I hope you guys are doing the same. Anyways, and the troubleshooting process. I learned the show commands from you. That's what's up, Pete, man. And I'm going to go and figure out the other way that you guys are doing this again tomorrow. Moose of the Gamer, no, we typically stream on, good question. We typically stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you know what? I don't think I have my daughter tomorrow. If y'all want to stream tomorrow, I may or may not stream. So I do have some free time. I might stream tomorrow, but it might not be at 8 o'clock, maybe at 7 o'clock. I don't know. I'll let you know in the Discord server. If you want to know, join the Discord server. Here is the Discord server. That's the invite. And I'll let you know if I'm streaming tomorrow. But typically, officially, it's Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all remember that like button if y'all like what y'all see and stuff like that. For now, comment, like, subscribe to the network.